think.
Welcome back to Nerdmageddon D&D edition. Simon, lead the way, buddy.
All right. So we ended with you guys, pretty much tearing the Golden Valley's government apart. So now the elves are kind of up in the air, trying to figure out how to rerun stuff. The Sentinels from the Trinity Tower are heading over there, so you guys skedaddled out of the Golden Valleys.
Yeah, we did.
Heading north to go away from them. So at this point, you guys have traveled for about 3 or 4 days. You're just now exiting the edge of the valley, and you're starting to enter the plains. So, what you guys see is, you see as you're coming up over this last hill, you see the exiting of the valley, and you see the long river that you guys have been following just kind of come out into a delta that is on the edge of this wide rolling plain. It seems just so vast and like untouched by everything that it looks like it goes on forever. There's no paving, no roads through here. It's just long grass, rain just kind of blowing in the wind.
This is peaceful if we weren't on the run.
No, it's just plain peaceful, really. Kind of pleasant. Probably won't last very long, though.
Fleur has been just chilling in the back of the cart this whole time. He's very quiet, actually. It's kind of like he doesn't seem to be giving off like negative vibes. He's just been quiet.
How are you doing over there, Fleur?
Huh?
How are you doing? You alright, buddy?
Oh, yeah. It's just, I don't know. I'm kind of scared of wide open spaces.
Oh, because you died in a field.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Laughter. You can't just say someone died in the field.
But he's dead.
He did, though.
But yeah, he did die.
She's got a point. I did die, so.
And he
I'm not saying wrong to be afraid. He should be. That's natural. That's normal.
True. I don't like fields either, Fleur. Last time I was in a field, I lost something very dear to me. That glare, the evilest, deadly death glare at laughter before lights away.
Don't
If you're
blame
talking
me for
about
you
your
losing your arm.
Yeah, if you're talking about your arm, that was on a mountain.
That was on a mountain. That was on a mountain, and it was your fault.
Exactly.
It
I was
was
just
your
recycling.
I'm just ignoring everybody.
Anyway, so you guys just pretty much keep trucking along through the valley, or not through the valley, through the plains. And as you guys keep going, I need somebody to roll perception.
I will.
You do that? Everybody in the party just rolls perception.
Yeah, I mean, everybody can.
13.
Okay.
26.
Alright, double that. That's nice.
16.
24. Because I can't count.
So you guys all pass. You feel like there's something following you.
Why is there always something following us? Do I know if it's an animal?
You can roll nature.
I have that because I am now a ranger. Never mind, I do not have that because I did not mark that as a skill type. That'd be 9.
No.
Can I roll nature?
Yeah, whoever wants to roll nature can.
Okay. Why not?
I got a nat 20.
17.
I should have put
I rolled
nature.
it for kicks and giggles, and I got a nat 20.
Okay. So for those of you who passed that, you guys remember this feeling.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Is it
Remember
the
this
like
feeling.
go-go? You. I always said
No.
yo-yo.
But you guys remember this feeling from the swamps,
Dang.
almost like right before the UU attacked.
Let's yeet.
Double
It's
dang.
the yo.
The what?
The yo-yo.
What's a yo-yo?
You mean the Yu Yu Hakusho?
What's that?
That. You were there
Do
for
you mean
that.
the Yu-Yu, the big horrifying nightmare monster?
I'm probably up front with the horses.
The horses seem fine. They're not freaked out at all.
Yeah, if you remember, the
Snakes,
horses
is it-
freaked out
are-
last time because of the worm people in the road, not because of the Yu-Yu.
Snake. Snake.
Is it the snakes again?
No.
Yeah.
No, because the horses aren't freaking out. I was just correcting Corbett from the worm people.
Yeah, it was. I just remember they were serpentine.
So I'm probably holding on to the reins of the horses. So I'm gonna ask them if they can go a little bit quicker.
They both are just kind of like reluctantly like, yeah, I guess so, and
I'll
they.
give you guys extra apples when we get to where we're going.
Okay. And they kind of pick it up, and it gets to a good trotting speed where you're going about 5-10 miles an hour as opposed to the like 2-3 you were going. So you pick up a little bit of speed, and again, it just feels like there's something watching you.
Fun.
I'm just gonna get out my loot and I'm gonna start playing. Hopefully it will like it and not attack.
Could I do like a survival check?
If you want to make a check, I'll let you do an investigation.
Okay. 22.
Okay. So now that the horses have speed up a little bit, you kept feeling that something is watching you. So you opened your eyes a little more, and you're like really paying attention to things around you. And it seems just like right out of the corner of your eye, you keep seeing like a little spot of black. It's kind of like popping up every once in a while.
Fun, fun, fun.
Oh no.
Okay.
And at the same time, as you're still, scanning around, you see that some of the grain off to your right, about 30 yards to your right, you see that it's moving in the other direction of the wind.
Something invisible.
Like something is blocking it or is
Oh
in
my god.
it.
Oh my god. Can I use an air... I can't say the words. I think it's like an erring eye. As an action, I can sense the presence of illusions, shapeshifters not in their original form, and other magic designed to deceive the senses within 30 feet of me.
I relay all this information to them.
So, Molly, where is this coming from? Is this coming from your new picked up warlock stuff, or?
No, this is from being a rogue.
Oh, okay.
This is
Yeah.
a rogue.
Everybody.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, you shouldn't have devil's sight yet.
Nope.
That's a long ways away.
All
No.
picked up.
It's from
Corbin's
being
face,
Inquisitor.
though.
Oh, shut up.
So how does it work? Do you need a roll or do you just see it?
It just says as an action I can sense them.
Okay. So Kenzie points it out to you, and you look over in that direction. You don't see any changes, but you do see it better than she does.
Okay.
What you see is what seems to be something crouched down in the grain and the tall grass, and you can only see it because of its golden eyes.
I would like to subtly point it out to Kenzie.
Okay. So, you see its golden eyes, and you see them kind of following you at the same pace that the cart is going. Like, it is moving with your cart.
Can I, like...
It's so hard to not just try to shoot this thing.
Could I see, like, would I know what it is?
Try and think. As a ranger, do you have like a nature thing that you know creatures by like looking at them or anything like that?
Oh, would that be like favorite enemy? Or hold on, what's natural? Okay, that's natural explore. Well, I'm seeing what else I have. Favorite enemy. What is...
So favorite enemy is more just like you declare what type of monster
Could
you
I
hunt.
use
Can I lure it out with the rest
Primeval
of...
Awareness?
What was it? Primeval Awareness?
Yeah.
What does it do?
Beginning at 3rd level, you can use your action, expand one ranger spell slot to focus your awareness on the region around you. For 1 minute per level, the spell you expand, you can sense whether the following types of creatures are present within 1 mile of you or within up to 6 miles if you're in your favorite terrain.
All right, and does it have a list of what type of creatures? Or is it just...
Celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
Okay.
Yeah, I lure it out with the rest of Jenkins' arm.
Oh my god.
Is that something you actually want to do?
Idiot Squad, what do you think?
No.
You want me to
No.
do
It's
it?
so tempting to say yes. Because what
This
else
is
are you going to use
this
the
is
arm
the
for?
brain
I
cell.
If
No.
you want him to punch you, do it. Because he will.
What else are we going to use the arm for?
You never know.
You're gonna animate it and turn it into like a crawling hand or something.
No,
that would
because
be
it's
interesting.
mostly like just bone at this point from when it like hit the wall.
Yeah, you could still use animate dead and turn it into a living thing that you can screw
I
around.
don't want to use that spell slot.
Your arm isn't worth the spell slot, Corbett.
So
Okay,
Kenzie,
fine. I won't lure it out with Jenkins' arm.
Kenzie,
Yes.
are you using Primeval Awareness?
I would like to, yes.
Okay. So from your training with Rydell, with your training from him, something that you learned was feeling like the energy of the life around you. So that would be, you can feel the movement of the grain. You can feel the breeze in exactly which direction it's coming from. You can also feel the movement of the creatures that are wandering around too. And you just kind of relax and tap into that again. And over in that area, you sense it's bipedal, but it's not human.
Alright, so I'm gonna relay this to the group.
Fleur hasn't been paying attention. He kind of turns around. He's like, "What you guys looking at?" And then out of nowhere, as soon as he finishes saying that, you see an arrow fly and just kind of sink itself into his skull.
Oh.
Are you
Okay?
There.
I've
He's just kind of like,
into the cart.
he's like, "Oh, okay."
That's a thing.
Well, from where it came from, you see something stand up. And once you see it stand up, you immediately understand. You see orange fur with black bangled stripes.
Oh no.
Ah.
Oh no.
Carrying a longbow with a sheathed scimitar.
Oh no.
Is it Dave?
No. Maybe.
Wish it was
And
Dave.
it's got some sort of white war paint clawed across its face.
Is he fuzzy?
By standards of were-tigers, yes.
No, no, I knew
was
it.
gonna say,
This is not good.
we do not need to know if it's fuzzy or not. It is going to murder us, or at least attempt to
Well.
murder
Can
us.
I attempt to
Guys,
charm it?
If I get bit and I turn into a were-tiger,
We're
Well,
murdering
It's not
you.
gonna
will
bite
allow
you.
you to
Red
call me
tigers are
Dave.
very reserved about their curse.
here's the thing.
What?
If it tries to bite you, it's not going to just bite you. It's going to eat you.
Yeah, it's gonna kill you.
Were-tigers
Okay.
don't pass on... They
Yeah.
don't like passing on their curse because it is one of the more painful ones, aside from the were-rat.
Mm-hmm.
So,
We're rats.
I would like to charm him.
how so?
wait,
Oh God.
Hold on. I need to Google tigers real quick.
Wait,
can
wait.
I do animal friendship?
It's not an animal.
But a human's an animal?
We're getting way too biological for
Doesn't
this.
count.
Yeah.
Dang it.
The were-tiger's standing there. Shoot. How far away is it?
I am just going to pull out my lute and I'm going to charm it with music.
Okay, Corbett, it's about 30 yards away.
30 yards. Okay.
30 yards, so about 60 feet. But you can see it clear as day now that it's standing up,
Mhm.
and its stripes aren't concealing it within the grain. And you lock eyes with it, and it locks eyes with you, and it reaches for its quiver and pulls out another arrow pretty slowly and just notches it and starts pulling it back at you really slow.
I'm gonna prepare to do what you know I'm gonna do. So
Yeah, I know what you're gonna try and do.
I'm going to prepare to die, but I'm also going to try and charm him.
Okay, roll, what are you rolling?
Well, I'm just gonna get out my lute and just start playing music, and that's how I'm gonna charm him.
Okay.
So I'm going to assume performance.
Yeah, roll performance.
Okay. Okay. 26!
Whoa.
26.
Nice.
Okay, that's pretty good. So you start, I don't know, singing, question mark?
Yeah. Smelly cat! Smelly cat!
Oh no! Why?
Oh, hold on, wait.
Unbound creatures. What are you
I'm
doing?
kidding! I'm
Wait,
kidding!
why don't you just do the meow 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 meow
That's
meow
even worse. No.
Corey, what languages do you speak?
Infernal and Common.
Common? I assume you're singing
Please
this
tell
in
me you're
Common,
singing
right?
this.
Yeah, I'm gonna sing in
Demonic-
Common. I'm not actually singing the Smelly Cat song. That was a joke. That was
Okay.
Corey being stupid.
Please tell me you're singing in Infernal, so you're like demonic speaking at this guy.
No, I have a feeling he
Kona.
wouldn't like that. No, I'm just gonna sing like, a little jaunty like drinking song.
Okay. So you are singing. He kind of loosens the tightness of the bow, but he's still like following your guys' cart.
I'm just gonna keep this up.
Steady,
Hope for the best.
steady. How much?
So I have a ring that can talk to
How much
bees.
would I know about them?
What, the were-tigers?
Yeah, because I don't want to metagame here.
No, that's fine. So based on your past, you did a lot of running and package delivery for Marco's service, although you weren't reporting to Marco.
Yeah.
So you've been through the plains a couple times, and you do know that there are a lot of different people in the plains. The were-tigers are some of the most conserved, so you don't see them very often, but when you do see them, they are quiet, they're stealthy, and if you cross them or you're treading on their territory, they are not afraid to hurt you.
Oh, so they're Molly.
Yeah. So
Sure.
I would basically, as I'm standing there ready to do what I'm gonna do if it happens, I'm basically sitting here going, okay, they're super territorial. I think if we just keep going, he's not gonna follow us. So just don't attack him. Just Lily, maybe kind of pick up the horse's speed a little bit.
I'm gonna ask the horses nicely. Hey guys, let's go a little faster, please.
Okay. They come to a gallop now, so you guys are going about 10 miles an hour.
Fleur, sit down.
Fleur is already sitting down.
Okay.
The arrow is still sticking out of his head, by the way. He's just kind of like, man, that's a pretty cat. Like, he's just kind of staring at it because he's like, I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, they are pretty impressive. You don't want to see him up close, though. Yes, very much so. Just keep an eye on him the whole time.
Okay. Corbett,
Yes.
can you roll a reflex save?
Yes.
A reflex check.
Just dexterity.
Yeah, just dex.
Saving throw or just straight dex?
Straight dex.
Ooh, that's much better. That's 24.
Okay. So as you're staring this were-tiger down, you hear from behind you, you hear the wind, like, cut it real fast.
Ooh.
And you turn around just in time and you catch an arrow.
Poof.
And it's from behind you. You see another were-tiger stand up from the other side of the car.
Ooh.
And he's only about 10 yards away.
Yeah.
So he's far closer.
We mean you no harm. We're just passing through. We don't want to hurt you.
Not yodel.
Not you.
So I forgot to mention one thing, Corbett.
Yes.
You also remember that the were-tigers, aside from being territorial and agitatable, they are also notorious for having very, very powerful thieving and banditing squadrons.
This is different. Good to know. Okay, so there's probably more than one of them.
You
There's
think?
two of them, which is different. You went away from
They
them.
want to
Why I
rob a
asked.
road.
This is why I asked, because this is not normal lore. This is good to know. So I'm like,
So
would I
as you're-
have known how to avoid this type of thing before, since I've been in this situation?
the one thing that you remember is whenever you were encountered by bandits or thieves or raiders in the plains, all you remember is just run.
Yep. So like,
Just run.
so I'm like, okay, we really need to pick up the speed now. There's two of them right now, but there's more of them out there.
They are
I
going
can
as
only catch
fast
so
as they
many
can.
arrows, and I just drop it in the arrow in the cart. Then
Mhm.
ready again.
Okay. So, Kenzie, you ask the horses again to pick up speed, and this time you're like a little mean.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's go
That's
fast
fine.
now.
They have now gotten to the point where they are practically galloping full speed.
I would like to use a first level spell slot.
To do what?
Expeditious retreat. We move very fast.
That's
What
what
is
on the
it?
horses.
Are you doing it? Are you casting it on the horses?
Yes, this spell allows you to move at an incredible pace when you cast a spell, and then as a bonus action on each of your turns until the spell ends, you can take the dash action.
Okay. So you guys are going really fast,
I
but
think I should ask this. I'm standing up in the cart. So
yeah,
I have to make a save to not be thrown out of the cart at the sudden increase in speed.
yeah. Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Sorry.
Oh, that's a 26.
Okay.
Oh,
sorry.
okay, good.
I thought I would
Um,
be. I just wanted to be honest. Like,
Yeah. You feel the cart almost move from out under your feet, so you like throw yourself into the cart though.
little warning next time, please.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You guys are practically going 50 miles an hour.
Sweet.
Yeah.
You're going really fast.
Book it. Yeah, this is what we always do when this happens in the past. So this is good. We're doing the strategy here.
That's good.
As you guys pick up speed,
Of course, it's gonna get shot. Arrow in the neck.
who else is in the back with Fleur?
I'm in the back with him. I was standing right next to him when he got shot. So.
Right. Okay. So Kenzie's the one who's driving the cart, so she's in front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody else is in the back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So can I have you guys roll perception?
Sure.
All of us,
Yeah.
or
The three that are in the back.
Glorious.
17.
18.
27.
So you guys are going 50 miles an hour, and you see in the dust that you guys are leaving behind, two figures,
Oh, God.
Oh,
very tall,
Oh.
mainly because they are on horses.
what?
Oh no.
They're not catching up very well, but they're gaining.
Can we tell that they're were-tigers, or do they look like humans? Or, well, not animals.
The silhouettes show that they are were-tigers.
Oh, goody.
I hate myself for saying this, but what if we shot the horses?
That's the best bet, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go
Okay.
for it. Do it, Gwen.
I would like to shoot a horse.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
I hate saying that.
Can't even keep the body.
oh wait, do you guys want to tell me that there's another one back there because I can shoot it?
Oh yeah. Hey.
You're driving right now as we're going.
Yeah, you're driving,
Cars.
kid.
Please do not turn around.
Well, I can just be like, all right, I can just tell the horses, stay in a straight line, tie the reins.
I can take over. I can take over the horses. I'll take over the horses.
Just do a little mailman or mail driver where, like, I tell you, hey, take the reins.
Yee!
Turn around and shoot.
Okay, cool. So you guys are doing that. Molly, what'd you roll?
I got a 23, and I'm aiming for the legs to just.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to kill the horse. I just want it to stop running.
The legs would be at disadvantage.
It would actually. So
because they're thin. And
would
moving.
would you roll again, Molly?
Yes.
Sorry.
Also getting a spell ready too.
Okay.
Well, 23 is the disadvantage because I rolled a nat 20 for the second one.
Oh.
So.
Okay. So you fire and you see one of the horses goes down, taking the were-tiger with it. Yeah. As that's happening, you see the other one swinging something above its head.
I want to shoot
I
it.
immediately jump up and get ready to catch it if it comes near us.
Okay. Kenzie, you can go ahead and roll to hit while it's doing its thing.
Okay. I'm also. Oh wait, why am I looking in the back of the book? Okay, so I'm also casting Hail of Thorns as I shoot.
Okay.
Because it's
So since you
arrows.
are moving at such a fast speed, I need you to roll with disadvantage. He's swinging this thing above his head, and when he throws it, you see it fly and then it expands.
Oh no. Oh, it's a net.
13.
Do I know any of this is going down?
You're like holding on to the reins for dear life. You're like trying to make sure the horses don't die.
All right. That's gonna be a 21 to hit.
21 to hit. Okay.
'Cause I rolled a 13 and a 14.
Okay. So you.
And I'm aiming at the horse.
Okay. You do hit the horse about in the chest area, but it like stutters a little bit, but it keeps going.
Wait, even with the Hail of Thorns?
What does the Hail of Thorns do?
I'm looking at because I just had it on here. So Hail of Thorns. Oh, one more page, sorry. I just saw it.
If I remember correctly, it just does extra damage.
Oh, because why can I not find it in here now?
I don't know.
I don't know. But the net that is thrown.
Dang it.
Here it is. In addition to the normal, this spell creates a rain of thorns that sprouts from your ranged weapon or ammunition. In addition to the normal effect, the attack, the target of the attack, and each creature within 5 feet must make a dexterity saving throw. The creature takes 1d10 piercing damage on a fail save or half as much damage on a successful one.
Okay. So what is the save that I need to hit? Because I just rolled a 20.
Yep, and that,
Unnatural.
yeah, that's gonna pass the save.
Okay. So, like I said, it gets hit in the chest. It's not happy. It stutters and kind of falls back a couple feet, but it's still going.
Okay.
The net that was thrown soars over and hits one of the back wheels.
Can anyone? Oh, I wish someone could have thunder waved the net away.
I don't have
Sorry, I was holding on to the horses for you.
You see the net tangle up in the wheel, and as it does, that wheel snaps off.
Got it.
You guys are still going on the other wheel, but the cart is now tilted.
Ooh, not good.
Do we have any
Lester.
type of
Okay.
wheel sapper?
I'm gonna grab the reins. Oh, sorry, Molly.
I was just gonna ask
Four
if
of
we
us,
had
then.
any like wheel replacement type deal.
So I'm gonna grab the reins back. Laughter. Create object and make a wheel.
Let me see if I have create object.
Create
Well, then
object is a pretty high level
Yeah, that's a high
transmutation
spell.
spell.
Oh, what was that one that she made a cat thing out of?
That is
Press the.
It's like this.
Yeah,
big.
that's one of the ones that no one can pronounce and only creates
Prestidigitation.
small things.
Yeah, it's only small
Oh.
things.
Because I remember she created a giant tooth.
What?
it was
Yeah,
it was fake,
yeah, it was a fake
It's
tooth.
fake.
and it was
Yeah.
with minor illusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot
Sorry.
of stuff.
I had the right idea.
Yeah, you have the right idea. It's just not
Yeah.
gonna work.
Could you thunder wave the guy?
Dang.
Well, I could use one of my higher level spell slots if we want to teleport. Not very far.
What are you guys thinking? You guys are
Could we
in a
Thunder-
tilted.
thunder wave the horse over?
Depends if they have Thunderwave.
You could throw me at the horse.
No,
I thought you guys would jump right on that.
wait, give me 2 seconds here. I have some that involve like running away.
Yeah, you use it. Experience for free.
No, I have others. I am stocked up on things to make me harder to kill.
I can't
And
say
that includes running away.
as an observation, me and Fleur weigh almost nothing. So basically, there's 4 of us and 2 horses, 2 people per horse. It's the cart.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking.
You're fine.
What do you guys think?
The horses are already.
I have creation.
Okay.
You pull wisps of shadow material from the shadow spell to create a non-living object and a vegetable
Vegetable matter?
within range.
Giant
Off
pumpkin?
goods, rope, wood, or something similar.
Oh.
So I can use wood. You can also use the spell to create mineral objects such as stone, crystal, or metal. The object created must be no larger than a 5-foot cube, and the object must be the form and material you have seen before.
Technically, you would be able to do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Could
Yeah.
you? All right.
Yeah. If you want to do that, you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna give us a new wheel, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're welcome. I don't want to hear any more complaining about the yarn.
That was that.
So you cast creation, and the wheel starts to materialize where the old wheel was, and it is already spinning. So you guys are starting to re-pick up speed, and as you guys do, you pretty much lose the rhythm.
Great. Oh, we escaped. You know, that was pretty crunchy.
Yeah, so not another word about the stupid arm.
Instead of getting mad, my face actually kind of more like slightly depressed face.
It's not stupid.
I'm ignoring it.
I mean, at this point, it is kind of a stupid arm since it is rotting.
It's not even rotting anymore. It's just bone and tendon. There's no meat left. It was when you got it in, and now it's just
All right.
This wheel should last us about a day. So we might actually want to get a real wheel.
Do I know of a nearby town or village?
So the settlements in the plains are constantly moving. It is pretty much a massive nomadic circuit of different barbarian and farming tribes. So one thing that you do know is that there are like general sectors that they stay within. And you guys are in the northeastern sector, or northwestern sector.
So I'd have a general idea of where we can look to find one.
Yeah, sort of. So I would need you to make a nature or investigation.
I think both of those suck for me. Yeah, they do. They suck equally. This ought to be good.
Pretty sure because both of those are intelligence checks.
Yeah, that's my lowest stat. 14.
14. Okay. So you guys slow the cart down and you're looking around, and you do notice gray smoke filtering up.
There, it's one of the moving villages from this area. You can stop there for the night. Possibly get a new wheel.
I hope.
I'm sure they can help us out in some way.
You guys travel on towards the area of the smoke.
Okay.
And so Corbett, you have seen these villages before, so you are not surprised when you see them. Everybody else, you see a large turtle.
Oh, one of these also.
A very
Baby.
big, a very, very big turtle. So big that it is practically, it's practically the size of a small village. And it is that size because it has a village on its back.
It's a mobile small village.
So could you say it's a lion?
No, it is not.
It's not a lion, it's a turtle.
It's a plains tortoise.
Baby.
They are very big.
It's a shell hole.
They're herbivores, so they mainly just eat at what's on the ground here in the plains. But as you approach, you see that most of its limbs are retracted into its shell, and its head is like retracted sort of like halfway in, but it's like grazing at some of the grass underneath it.
That's so cute.
Pretty impressive, isn't it?
You see what looks almost like a large wooden drawbridge leading off of its shell, and you can only assume that that's where you would get into the village.
Onward.
You guys have got to try the smoked meat they have in these places, like to die for. Best smokehouses I've ever had in this country. And that's coming from a guy who was born and raised in the ghetto.
All right, I'm down. I like food.
You guys get to this drawbridge, and it is not big enough to take the cart across, so you're going to have to leave it there. And you find, sort of, it's one of the few trees that you've seen around the area, and you find it, and you can. What's that?
Are we gonna lose the cart or the horses?
Hold on, wait.
Yeah.
No.
Just roll for it. The turtle eats the horse.
They're herbivores. They don't eat meat.
Okay. I'm gonna tell them I'm gonna bring you back some good snacks and food because you guys did great today.
They like whinny at you, and you can only tell that it's like the horse version of "you better." Like they're pretty sassy with you now.
It's ass.
Yeah, I could have just left you for the Were tigers?
They don't talk back. They're just kind of like,
The horse is giving you sass laugh? Really?
Yep.
I'm sorry about casting a spell on you without permission, horsies.
You didn't ask for consent before doing something on a horse? How dare you not ask for consent before doing something?
Hey, you know, that can cause a little bit of whiplash, that spell, thank you.
I'm aware. I was almost thrown from the cart.
But were you? Were you thrown from the cart? No.
No, I wasn't.
Good.
Let's
Job.
go.
so you
I go
guys
up
hitch
first.
the horses to this tree. Yeah, you start walking up first, and as you're walking up, can you make a history check for me, Corbett?
Yes, I can.
We got extra.
That is my turn. Next. 18.
18. You're looking at the buildings that are on this tortoise's back, and you recognize the architecture style. They are built from a mix of mudstone and pretty much what is paper mache version of hay.
Mhm.
That's like all propped up with logs and sticks and stuff. You recognize this as an Orcish settlement.
Ooh, goody. That
And-
means their smokehouse food level is even higher.
Well, to an extent, it's more. I'm just gonna say it's more. Um,
Good.
But as you climb up, you see, orcs walking around. They have a large, basically it's just a whole cow roasting over a fire, like a whole cow.
That's amazing.
And people will walk over to it and literally just, cut a piece of it off to go and nom on it.
Love that so much. I
like-
get this.
That's so moving.
That's my moving company. That's where I work. So yes, my company's Let's Get Moving. So
Oh. Well
Anyway.
then.
joke aside,
Um,
that's like the best.
and
I would know if it was okay if visitors could just come up and do stuff like that, right? Like I would know how welcoming they are.
to an extent, you haven't really stayed in an Orcish village.
Mm-hmm.
You've stayed in villages that happen to have orcs in them,
Mm-hmm.
but you haven't stayed in an orc-predominant village.
That's fair.
So you wouldn't know the exact culture of it, but you do know that they're basically just like big, stronger versions of goblins.
Yeah.
Where everything is communal. They share pretty much everything.
And
But the only difference is that instead of not knowing what ownership is, they literally just don't care if you own something. They know what it means, they just don't care.
yeah, so if they want it, they'll try to take it. So
Yeah.
So I wait for the rest of the party to come up, and as I do, I'm like, okay, so Orc Village, so watch your stuff. They might try to take it without asking, and you're gonna have to guard that. So
Oh.
I'm always watching my things.
yeah, you'll do fine though. But it's communal, so there's a whole cow roasting over there. We can totally just walk up and fix it.
So I'm gonna keep a close eye on all my stuff. And then
Same.
can I go see if there's anywhere that I can get stuff for horses?
Yeah, sure. So are you guys splitting up to go venture the village?
I'm getting
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So Kenzie, you're gonna go find What'd you say you were finding?
Food for the horses. And
Food for the
extra
horses.
snacks. Or
Yeah,
treats.
Look for jerky. Pork jerky.
So you're wandering around, and I mean, like, you're wandering through the village, and obviously orcs are giving you some strange looks because they don't see high elves in the plains ever.
Orcs. This is not good.
Keep forgetting I'm a high elf.
High elves usually are not seen anywhere outside of the Golden Valley, so that's a big thing.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have taken someone with me.
I just said that. Yeah.
I mean,
Anyone want to magically appear next to me?
Nope. You're gonna be alone for this.
Alright.
So, you're wandering around, and you see basically what is a stable. There is a farmhand there who is, moving hay and feeding horses and whatnot. And you go up to approach. What do you say? What are you doing?
Hi, sir. Can I please have some hay? And do you have any treats that I could give my horses?
As you ask, he's finishing throwing pretty much what looks like a 90-pound bushel of hay over into the horses' pens. And he turns around and he's just like, what are you gonna give for me?
Well, I have gold.
Why I want gold?
why are you starting with gold?
I don't really have a whole lot.
Struggle through this. This is. I wish I was here, but this is beautiful.
Well, what is something you would like?
He kind of looks you up and down, and then he points at your bow, and he's just like, want.
Ooh.
Not well. Where is it? I have a pickaxe.
Give him your sword.
Show me.
I show him the pickaxe.
He grabs it out of your hand and just like looks at it, and he like tosses it between his hands, and he's like swinging it real hard to see like the weight of it. And he's like, you take that one. He points at a big bushel of hay.
Thank you. I take the big bushel of hay.
Make a strength check for me.
Ooh,
That's
it is big.
gonna be a 22.
Okay. So you pick it up, but it's really, really heavy. You are like holding it, and it's like dragging across the ground still, because it's like super, super heavy. So you're like dragging it, and you're like, I should probably like just push this down the ramp.
All right.
Yeah. So you
So
go
push
and
it
do
down the
that.
ramp.
Yeah. What's everybody else doing?
I'm getting cow.
Okay.
Oh, we also need a wheel, guys.
I will also get wheel after cow.
So you, Corey, who else? Is anybody else with you?
I'm there doing the same
Okay.
thing.
So Corey and Corbett, you walk up to the spit roasted cow, and you go to pick up like the communal butcher's knife that they have just kind of sitting next to it.
Yeah.
And before you guys do this, orcish woman comes by, and she's just like, no.
Should I have washed my hands first?
She points over to this small little shrine off to the side, and it looks very crudely made. Like it's just like it's a couple bones kind of stacked on top of rocks, and you see that there are like marigolds and flowers and other just random things left there.
Okay.
And she points at it and she says, "You pay."
Oh, gotcha.
I'm going to take out my dagger that I don't use anymore, the one that I broke out of prison with. I'm going to put it by the shrine.
Okay. Actually, okay. Oh.
Oh.
Yes. All right. Corbin.
Yeah.
As you place the knife at the shrine, and you like turn around to go to the butcher's knife to get food, in your head you hear, "I've only been with you for a day, and you're already going behind my back."
I'm like, I didn't mean it that way. It was
Making offerings to other gods?
Who are you talking to?
I'm like, it's you know what? I'm sorry. You're right. I'm new to this whole thing. Okay. Please, okay. I won't take any then. It won't be legit. I apologize. I'm so sorry. I'm still getting new to this. I'm still new to this.
Watch yourself, young one.
Yes, I'm sorry. And I just kind of back away and I don't touch the cow at all.
I am gonna use prestidigitation, make like a little tiny statue, put it there.
Okay. So you make a little statue, and as you do, the orcish woman and a couple other orcs that are just kind of standing around there looking at you, and they're just like,
Yes.
like they seem almost disgusted by you.
Oh.
You should have at least tried to hide that you were just looking right there.
Can I show up, like once, like to the same area as them as I finish up with the horses?
You kind of see what's going on, and they're kind of just like looking, and the orcish lady, she's like, bad.
You don't like magic.
Bad. Evil.
They don't.
Excuse you?
Evil.
Laughter.
What? I am in the middle of something.
Yes. Stop. Just stop. Me. Trust me here.
Fine.
The orcish woman is eyeing you closely. Do you still go and get some of the cow?
Yeah, I'm still gonna get me.
Okay. So you go and you pretty much just like carve off a flank, and it's like that big. It's like a giant.
It'll be
piece of
nice to
jerky.
share it with the halfling.
The halfling.
The halfling.
I appreciate that. I'm actually kind of surprised when you handed the half to me. I'm like, thank you.
Molly, what are you doing?
Can I weapon chop?
You're doing what now?
Weapon shopping.
This is gonna be weird, man.
I thought you said, "Can I weapon chop?" And I'm like,
What are you doing to that cow?
So, Molly, you're wandering through and you see pretty much just like this tools maker.
mm-hmm.
So like you see like wooden pickaxes and various other like agricultural tools, but you also see some very strange creations of things. So you see things mostly made out of like bone.
Okay.
A lot of it is made from like calcified or burnt bone. Mostly two-handed clubs with just like sharp rocks shoved into one side of the bone, pretty much making it like a war pick. Or on the other side, literally just a rock on a stick.
Nice.
You're gonna get a magical rock on a stick.
Hey, if it works, it works. I've seen a paladin who used a brick tied to a rope as a noose.
So does anything look impressive, or is it just a bunch of rocks and sticks? And
It's pretty primitive.
Okay.
However, you do see something that catches your eye. Specifically, on the waist of an orc.
Oh no.
See a beautiful dagger
Don't do it.
made out of sharpened opalescent quartz.
Do it.
I want the dagger.
Don't do it. Don't do
The
it.
handle is made from an antler, and the blade is at least 5.5 to 8 inches long. It's about that long.
Okay.
Every kleptomaniac watching just went, oh.
The edges are serrated like an arrowhead, so they are chipped
Yeah.
off, and it pretty much just like refracts light off of it, so it just looks real shiny. The blade does, even though it's a rock.
I want
Do
to
it.
ask if he would give it, like, if he would trade me for it.
Okay. So you approach him and you ask him, and he's kind of taken aback. He's like, "This?
Yeah. I like daggers.
What do you trade?"
Careful, Mike.
I show him one of my short swords.
One of them?
Yes.
Okay.
I technically have two.
So you present him your short sword, and he looks at it, and as he's kind of like turning it over in his hand, he turns it on its edge in his hand and just cuts his hand, just to see how it is. And he doesn't even flinch at it. He just kind of like, and he looks at it. He bleeds a little bit, but not much. And he's like, I take this. What else?
Oh, it's so tempting to give him that.
Give him what?
Guess what I still have?
Oh.
What?
The stone
What?
that made me see my brother.
Oh.
The magical stone.
I still have it.
That'll go well.
Oh, they don't like the magics apparently.
Oh gosh, he's gonna have like an epileptic seizure.
But what you need to do is like this, but I want the dagger first.
And then you bolt.
I'm not gonna do that.
They're very
Do
super.
it.
So like, say like it'll give them visions and stuff.
I pull out one of my daggers.
Okay. You hand him one of your daggers, and he does the same thing, and it bleeds quickly. He's just like, good. And he takes the dagger off his waist and just kind of tosses it at you and turns around to take the sword and the dagger into his home.
Yes. New dagger.
Yep. So this is a somewhat special dagger. It is a dagger of sharpening. So it is a +1. And you gain advantage on attacks with this weapon if the target has already been harmed or has already lost health. And it only works once a day.
Okay.
Nope. Let's go get a wheel.
So you guys kind of all converge again in the center of town around the cow.
Moo.
And you are more or less just kind of watching everybody do their thing. Just kind of chilling.
Yeah, just relaxing.
And you guys are kind of just trying to find where you might find a wheel. Because it seems like you've noticed that they don't have they don't really have conventional, like, commercial wheels.
Yeah.
The only wheels that they have are, like, wheels that they use for grinding mills. So they'll get grain, put it in, like, a little basin, and have it attached to, like, a thing that you push, and it goes around in a circle and just crushes it.
Honestly, why would they have a rumble in the entire town at this moment?
I go up to the orcish woman who was watching me earlier.
Oh no.
Okay.
And I go, you want me gone, right?
She kind of looks at you and doesn't say anything, but she's like a little.
It's fine. It's fine. I get it. You don't like magic. If you want me out here faster, I need a wheel for a cart.
She looks around. She isn't sure what she isn't sure what you mean specifically. But she points over to where Molly came from.
Okay. And he's gonna have a wheel?
Or a bus that goes round and round.
Okay.
She kind of like shrugs.
Okay, well, I'll be out here as soon as I can.
Could I probably have brought the wheel with that Corey made, or Laughter made?
You can go and get it. It's not a far walk.
Yeah, I'll go get a wheel. I'll go get the wheel that broke and that Laughter put back, like, created.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you go and grab that, and Corey, you walk over to that tool shop.
Yes.
You see that most of the wooden pieces here, they do have a wheel here. But it looks like it hasn't been touched in a very long time.
Okay, so like it's rotting?
A little bit.
I did go with her. I think I said that, but I did go with her. So I'm looking at it. I'm kind of looking at it and looking. I'm like, we can fix that. Go ahead. We should go for that. We can fix that.
All right. I go up to the guy. I'm like, I would like the wheel.
He looks you up and down. He says, "What trade?"
I give him the rest of Jenkins' arm.
He
God.
I'm just like,
he looks at the bones that you have in your hand, and he's like, grabs them from your hand, and puts them on the table, and he's like looking them over. He's just like,
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it.
We're all waiting for it.
He waves you off. He's like,
We're good to go then. Okay. All right, buddy. Let's go get that wheel.
Go and get the wheel.
I knew that arm would be useful.
As you guys are walking away, you can hear the nasty crunching and splitting of the muscly fibers and popping of joints, picking the bones apart.
I thought you would at least wait until we were out.
Well, at least it's gone then. No matter how traumatizing or embarrassing, humiliating it has been.
I gotta hand it to you. It did come pretty handy.
I'm punching her. That's a modified 20 to hit her.
I'm not even gonna try.
It's non-lethal, but you do hit, and Corey, it hurts.
Enough to almost knock her down.
Yeah.
And I pick up the wheel again, and I just I go back to start walking back to the center area again.
Okay. So you guys
I
have
think you deserved that one.
I did. I deserve that.
You guys have a new wheel. You've kind of explored this village. Now you just need to find a place to stay. A place to sleep for the night. You could stay at the cart, or you could see if they'd let you sleep.
I'd say let's go back to the cart.
I think they would want to be back at the cart.
I take the wheel back to the cart anyway, and Simon, would casting mending on the wheel regenerate, make it fix?
Yes,
Rotting
because
wheel?
it's a non-living object made of fibers. So,
Once I get back to the cart, I cast mending on it.
it will take about an hour to completely heal it. So, just because the fibers are smaller than they would be for like clothes or anything like that.
So when they come
It's gonna
back, they
take a
just
while.
see me like sitting in the cart, just with my hands on the wheel, just slowly regenerating it. Sitting cross-legged.
Yeah, this is a sight. This is a sight for you guys.
Can I be petting the horses?
Yes, you can.
Are they happy with the amount of food I got them?
Oh yeah, they're having a good time.
Since when have you been able to do magic, Jensen?
This is just an old prison trick of mine.
Roll deception for me.
I'm gonna roll against that. I'm gonna roll insight on that.
Yeah.
I kind of want it too.
25.
Well, I had 21, so.
22.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys know immediately.
I know nothing.
Oh, okay. So the other two, you guys know something's up.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I rolled 13.
Yes.
Kenzie, you're too busy petting Dave.
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 Oh, goody.
Why you lying?
I don't want to talk about it.
All right.
Suspicious.
And taking a man's arm and keeping it in your bag so it can rot isn't?
I'm
You
calling
weren't gonna
BS
use it
on you
anymore.
two.
You know, as a matter of fact, I was gonna use it, but it doesn't matter anymore.
I mean, does it really matter?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter anymore. None of it matters anymore. Let's just fix the wheel and go.
What exactly are we talking about? What's happening?
He's using
he's
magic.
lying.
Oh, you are magic. Me too.
Me too!
Yeah, we all knew you had magic. That's nothing new.
That is nothing new.
As you guys are all kind of chilling around the cart, making fun of Jensen, Fleur's been at the cart this whole time, and
Oh my god, I totally forgot about Fleur.
No, it wouldn't work on Fleur. I'm curious.
Oh no.
mending would not work on Fleur.
He don't.
It was a thought.
But you guys also just noticed that Fleur has been like facing the tree, and he's like talking to something.
Who are you talking
who's
to?
There.
Oh, you guys.
Turned into Lily.
Hey, this is you guys met him before, right? I think you guys have.
Who?
At least he says that you've met him before.
Who?
Who's there?
Oh, he walked around the tree. Sorry. Let me. He kind of like goes around the tree, and you hear him say, "Dude, why are you hiding? Like, don't hide from these people. They're your friends, right?"
Oh, I'm scared.
And
Do I hear any voices?
yeah, you hear a actually somewhat familiar voice.
Do we all hear this voice, or is it just Kinsey?
All you guys do.
The real question is, though, Simon, do I recognize it? Because just because they recognize it doesn't mean I do. So.
No, you also recognize it.
Dwarf, please let it be one of the dwarves.
Why would they come all the way over here?
Oh no.
From around the tree, you see a furry cloven hoof.
Do it.
A what?
A furry cloven hoof.
Corey's reaction is everything.
Wait, he back?
And as he comes around the tree, he looks different. He's not wearing like his cabbie cap or his leather vest anymore. He's actually like wearing a hemp-tied belt rope around his torso. He has a flower crown, and his horns are far more prominent, actually.
Please tell me you're not a god.
One has sat up straighter at the sight of Syracuse.
Yeah. Well, I'm not technically.
You're alive.
Syracuse!
You die.
I cast Gentle Repose on you.
There's some explaining that needs to be done. So let's go ahead and sit and talk about it. And we're ending there.
Yay.
Yes, because it's time for Geek Commendations.
Syracuse returns!
How they're mean to me. Even when I am in front of the camera, they continue to bully and be mean to me.
Love you.
I don't realize how happy I am that he's back.
I'm just glad I finally found a use for that arm.
That was, I'll have you know, that was equal parts Jensen and me reacting to that, because I don't react well to arm bones being messed with. Ugh, or like,
I don't think anyone does.
It's pretty gross.
yeah, but when I was doing research on something like that for like Renaissance, not Renaissance age, but like just a whole bunch of like older torture devices and all that, and like the implications that they do to you. And I almost passed out in class from reading them. So.
All right. Well, speaking of medieval torture, I had you guys watch The Tutors for Geek Commendations. It's been a couple of weeks, so I completely understand. What'd you guys think?
It's a sight. I don't think I'd sit and watch it. I feel like it's a little too heady, kind of like Downton Abbey. It's kind of like one of those British melodramas, in my opinion, almost.
I mean, they are British, so.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's specific like British drama that it is very melodramatic, very dark, very just deadpan, and there's a lot that happens.
I had to pause it at one point, and I was 20 minutes in, which made me realize that about half of that had been spent in bedrooms.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
I
was
did warn you
just
guys it
like,
was not
okay.
safe for work. It was not family friendly.
But yeah. Personally, I would I'd rate it a 2.5 out of 5 gratuitous sex scenes.
Yeah.
That's very
Because
fair.
there's a lot. There's a lot, and it's unnecessary. God.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping it would start before he was married to Catherine, but
Oh well.
oh god.
Yeah.
No, King Henry was a bit of a hussy.
Yeah.
Really?
Even
I would've
before
never
he was
guessed.
married.
goodness.
But I guess I'd rate it a 2 out of 5 cheating on your wife while she prays.
Good God.
That was an upsetting bit.
That was.
Oh, babies. Wait, if you ever finish watching it, wait till you get to Kate Howard.
Very
Oh,
sacrilegious.
is it about Henry VIII?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Henry and his 6 wives.
Yep.
See, I feel bad. I didn't.
It's okay. And Corbin, this week, for this round of Geek Commendations, you have watched the pilot episode of Lost.
Yes.
I like how they call it a pilot episode. Because it's a plane crash.
Yeah. The pilot died a horrible death.
Yeah. So I first watched Lost for my government class. Like, that's what we would watch in my government class, my AP government class.
Why?
Because it talked about, like, how different governing philosophies can cause, like, fractions and rifts and stuff. Also, I'm pretty sure my teacher just did not want to be there. It was summer school. Like, it was a summer.
Oh.
I'm surprised they didn't have you read Lord of the Flies.
No, he didn't want us to read. He was just like, we're going to put on The Patriot. We're going to put on Lost. It's fine.
Oh, Patriot's good.
It gives me serious, like, grown-up Lord of the Flies feelings.
Charlie is baby. I love Charlie.
Yeah. The episode, again, I've been rewatching them with my folks, and the episode where Charlie redeems himself and gives up the drugs is quite heartwarming.
Oh, so you did get to that part.
I did get to
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's really weird because going back through it, like, I remember some parts from my childhood when I was like 6 or 7. I like remember watching some of it. Like, and my folks are like, "Why were we letting you watch this when you were that young?" And I'm like, "I don't know, just remember bits and pieces of it."
Mm-hmm.
But for them, it's like they're watching it for the first time again, so they're loving it. So
yeah. Personally, I'm gonna rate this a 4 out of 5. Winning lottery tickets.
Get that reference.
3 out of 5 Virgin Marys stuffed with drugs.
Yep.
I'll moderate. I'll give it 3.5 out of 5 airplanes.
It wasn't really my thing,
Yeah.
so I think I'd give it a 2.5 out of 5. It's just like sewing some jeans.
I've been noticing while watching it though is how good the cinematography is for its age. Like, honestly, like how it was filmed is really good for how old it is. So that's just something I've noticed as a film major. So
Kenzie, you had us watch The Order on Netflix. Whoo, boy.
It's like Sabrina almost.
Yeah.
really,
I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of Sabrina. Also just because I didn't really grow up with it when I was younger, so I didn't like the
Connect.
references didn't catch with me. They didn't connect. So I was a little apprehensive on this. I think that's why I didn't watch much of it. I like watched half of the first episode and just kind of
I don't know. That's fine.
It reminded me a lot of the stuff that I would watch in my cringy middle school days.
Which isn't necessarily like a bad thing. It's just it felt like I was watching a middle school fan fiction of like what
So,
college
like-
is actually
So
like.
what you wrote?
No, mine were never that good.
just a big reason why, like, so I couldn't really think of anything. That was like recently the last show I binged because like my boyfriend wasn't here, so I was unable to watch Scrubs.
Oh.
So so that just popped up. I'm like, sure, why not? And I just watched it, and I'm like, all right.
It was pretty good, but I was very confused when they all just started drinking for random reasons.
College.
That's college for you. Or making big decisions based on beer pong.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
That's
the
how
best
all
way
things
to
happen.
make choices.
Simon, what would you give this show?
I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5 beer pong ceremonies.
4 out of 5 blue roses.
Oh, that was mine.
Oh, sorry.
3 out of 5 grandpas with a vendetta.
Oh,
And I assume Corbett didn't get around to watching it
Right.
because it's on
Don't have
Netflix.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Stop doing that.
So, Simon had us watch The Great Lebowski. I could not watch it because you needed this-
I know, I'm sorry. It's
And
the Big
I'm sad,
Lebowski.
but I really wanted to, if that makes you feel better. Like, I
No, that's
searched it
fine.
out early
Yeah.
in the week and was like wanting to watch it, but
oh,
not on
you
Hulu.
guys weren't able to get. Oh, right, because it was.
It's the Stars extension for Hulu.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law doesn't have that. So
So I have seen
Yeah.
The Big Lebowski. So am I okay to?
yeah.
Yeah,
I've
absolutely.
also
Give
seen
it a
it.
rate.
I've heard
So-
good things about it.
I thought it was a drug trip.
Really?
And
I
think
mean,
it
well,
was
yeah, it
supposed-
is.
I think it is. Like, it's supposed to be. But the entire time I'm watching the movie, I'm like, what is going on? Like, what is going on? But it's like, I can't look away from the TV. So I'm like
Yeah.
entranced to the stupidity. And I loved it.
Yeah, go ahead. Molly, what'd you think?
So it's actually been a bit since I saw it, but what I do remember of it, I really did enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
But like Kenzie said, it was very much so just insanity.
It's a trip.
I've heard the
It's
bowling
insane.
scene is legendary when they're at the
There's
bowling.
several bowling scenes that are
There's
legendary.
several bowling scenes.
So there's the
The one that pulls the gun where
yeah, okay. So the gun in the bowling alley, that one's the best. That one's the best out of the ones because over the line. That's a great scene. There's the Jesus, and then there's also Lebowski's or the dude's drug trip. It's called Gutter Balls. pretty good.
And of course, there's that meme that Kenzie sent us of the baby being.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I love
That whole opening scene is just hilarious too. Like it's so
The
quippy.
opening
like,
of the movie.
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
opening of the movie. That's
Oh
like in
my
the first 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to watching it even more now. Hopefully, I'll be able to.
So the movie
Well-
literally starts. It's like a cinematic title sequence, and it's playing Tumbling Tumbleweeds, while a dude is kind of monologuing about the main character, the dude.
Mhm.
He's like, there's a guy who's out there who's just like the rest of you and me, but he's taking it easy for all of us. Just one step at a time, that kind of thing. And then the dude gets to his apartment, and when he walks in, there's some people already in his apartment hiding from him. And they jump out at him, and they basically grab him by his collar, rush him into the bathroom, and slam his head into the toilet, and just keep dunking him, asking him for where the money is.
Yep.
And it
Alright.
doesn't get explained until the next scene.
Okay. So I have found it on up to 6 different places for $4, and I am more than willing to buy the movie as it gets closer to the school year.
I have
We
it on
can
DVD.
revisit that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can come back to it. Again, we
It
have
is just-
many plans to watch stuff together as a group when we get back in the school year. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
And then finally for this round, Molly, you have listened to the Magnus Archives on Spotify.
It was pretty
Those were cool.
honestly. Like you
Yeah.
said, SVP vibe, but SCP?
Yes, CP.
SCP vibe, but it was British.
Yes.
Yes.
It was interesting. It was, the voice acting was pretty good. Sound was too. I wasn't really sure what to think of it when I first went into it, but I was thinking, yeah, I'll suffer through this. I don't know if I like this. But then now at the end, I'm like, I almost want to listen to more of them now. That was cool.
Yeah. This was one of the first ones that I did, so it's kind of foggy in my memory.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy it. I thought it was fun. I actually had it playing on while I was unboxing freight at work. So I don't know. It was just something nice to listen to while doing work.
You like listening to scary things while you're working.
I do. My boss likes it too. She likes her horror podcasts.
Nice.
So I listened to it on my way to work, but I remember nothing. I don't even remember driving to work.
That's honestly
that's
understandable.
Mm.
So I'm going to give it another listen. Because I want to listen to it, but
Yeah.
I remember nothing.
It was really neat. It gave me I don't even know how to explain it. It gave me kind of it gave me just a different vibe. It wasn't so much scary as it was just kind of off-putting.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
It's mysterious.
Yeah.
Pretty
Which
neat.
is one thing I like about it, because I'm not a huge fan of straight horror or that type of stuff. I find it sometimes it can either be campy or it's just not enjoyable. But this one was really nice because it took itself seriously enough to make it believable, but it wasn't so over the top that like your suspension of disbelief was shattered. So
Right.
Yeah. Simon, what would you rate this?
I would rate it a 4 out of 5 anglerfishes.
I will give it also a 4 out of 5. Dropped cigarettes.
4 out of 5 spoopies.
Okay.
All right.
Ken
So
is probably 3 out of 5 zombie drivers. That's what she was doing.
So I know we've talked about this off air, and I put it in the group chat. But do we want to make this the anime week for Corbett?
Yeah.
You're gonna have me watch it. Are you just gonna?
So I am going to graciously give you my Funimation login.
Okay.
And if it's not on there, you can usually find it on Hulu and or Crunchyroll.
Okay.
So
I'm guessing how this is gonna go is you're each gonna geek about a different anime.
yes.
And I judge them. Okay.
I don't watch very many animes, so may I please go first?
Yes.
I'm gonna geek amend one of really the only animes that I've watched the most, but should still get back into watching is My Hero.
Yes. Yes.
They've talked about that on here a lot.
It's so good, and once you get hooked, I'll have someone else to like cry to. So Corbett, I'm going to have you pick A or B. B. Corbett, you have selected Ouran High School Host Club as this week's geek invitation.
I don't like the sound of that.
It became a meme on Old Mageddon for rose petals, and honestly, it's only fitting that you should have to suffer the same torture that the boys did.
Oh, not that one.
Oh yeah.
No. Oh gosh. Why? I should have said C.
If you're curious, option A was Haiku, which is a sports anime.
That it is.
Is a what anime?
It's a volleyball anime.
Oh,
that's
sport.
It's
Or you just
much
chose
like other
two
sport
trash
animes.
ones, didn't you? You just wanted to see me suffer.
Hey, I gave you an option.
Yeah,
You
but
did
they're,
have
they're
the
two
option.
sides, they're two sides of suck.
Rude.
Now,
Who's next?
I'll go. So I am recommending Aoni.
Owl Oni?
Yep, Aoni. It is based off of the old RPG game that was made just like on RPG Maker.
Mm-hmm.
This is brand new. It was recently put out. It's got the same animation style as like Ruby, so it's like 3D animated, but
So, kind of Dragon Princess too. Then.
yeah, but not as well put together. It is a lot like early to mid-season Ruby.
So the only Ruby I know of.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and you should finish it because it's so good.
I need to finish.
Maybe. I don't know.
But I sent a link to its copy on Crunchyroll.
Alright.
So it's
Oh gosh.
yeah, it's literally just like a big purplish blue monster, and it's like able to shapeshift. It's actually pretty scary.
Oh, geez Louise.
And Molly,
Yours,
what is
cast your prayers upon me. I need them.
All right, so I'm gonna have you watch an anime that's called Blood Blockade Battlefront.
Oh, I love that one.
It's great.
It's so cool.
It's kind of set in the future, but it also has strange supernatural power elements to it.
Huh.
Pretty much New York is sectioned off, and it's fine. There aren't potentially millions of vampires underneath it.
Yeah, not at all.
Blade.
So, Corbett, it's probably going to be an anime week for the two of us.
Why? You're gonna watch these too?
Well, yeah, I haven't seen like any of the ones that they've all recommended.
I haven't seen any. This will literally be the first time I've ever watched any anime. So.
Hey,
And also, I hope you guys don't mind. My sister is like dying. She wants to know your reactions to it. So I want you guys to watch Zombies on Disney Plus.
Okay.
Okay.
They don't have the second one on there, much to her grief, because she says that one's better. But
I think the second one is on Hulu, because at one point I was looking something up on Hulu and it popped up.
Is it? Then watch the second one.
Yeah, just post it in Slack and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you all for joining us for another round of D&D and for us to torture Corbett both on and off screen.
I always do that, guys. I'm the butt end joke of this ever since Court left.
Thank you, Corbett, for being a good sport. Thank you all for joining. And as always,
You nerd
it here
first.
first.